The West Virginia Mountaineers are going into 2022 with the most preseason first conference team selections that they've ever had in the Neal Brown era. Let's go! What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Jordan Cruz back here with the Country Roads Webcast. Before I get into this video, I just want to hit you with a quick reminder. Give us that thumbs up, hit that like button. That's helped this video hit the YouTube algorithm. Helps it reach more Mountaineer Nation. And you can also help us reach more Mountaineer Nation by hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Helps you, like I said, helps get more of this Mountaineer football content out to Mountaineer Nation. And then also, as always, in the description you can find the link to our merch store. Get you a Country Roads Webcast shirt, hat, cup, sticker, whatever you want. That really helps support us here at the Country Roads Webcast as we continue to try and grow through Mountaineer Nation. That being said, enough promoting, let's get into it. Alright, so just ahead of Big 12 Media Days, the Big 12 All-Preseason Team was announced, and West Virginia has 4 players on the first team All-Big 12 Preseason Team heading into 2022. That marks the most Mountaineers on a preseason team since 2018, which was the last year of Dana Holgorsen, meaning that West Virginia has the most preseason selections that they've had under Neal Brown. So if that doesn't, make your ears perk up when you hear that and know that this year is probably going to be a little different than the first 3 years of Neal Brown era, then something's wrong. This definitely is a good sign for the future for this season. I know West Virginia's being counted out. They were picked 8th in the Big 12, media poll. Completely disagree with that. You've heard me say I think this is a team that can finish top 3 in the conference. I would have definitely probably selected us top 5 in that media poll. Where, we'll talk more about that on the CRW podcast where we discuss Big 12 Media Days and some of these things. We'll have that coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that here in the coming days. And Big 12 Media Days is coming up Wednesday, July 13th is West Virginia's day. They'll be there speaking. Neal Brown will speak, and then they brought 4 players with them. It'll be Bryce Ford-Wheaton, Charles Woods, Dante Stills, and Zach Frazier representing West Virginia at Big 12 Media Days. So if you want to tune into that, it's usually, I think, ESPNU. Well, they'll have a lot of that coverage and stuff, and so there'll be some good stuff coming out there at Big 12 Media Days about the 2022 season in the future. I'm sure they'll have some things to say about West Virginia being picked so low in the Big 12 Media Poll as well, so I'm excited for that. And we'll be discussing, our thoughts on that on the CRW podcast as well, so be on the lookout for that. But Big 12 Media Days coming up, and those are the 4 that'll be representing West Virginia: Bryce Ford-Wheaton, Zach Frazier, Dante Stills, and Charles Woods. They're at Big 12 Media Days with Neal Brown coming up on Wednesday, July 13th, so be on the lookout for that as well. But in the meantime, the players that were selected to the preseason Big 12 conference team, let's talk about that for West Virginia, because it's big, especially when you look at the fact that 3 of them are West Virginia natives, in-state players. Neal Brown made it a big point when he got here they were going to keep in-state talent here and have success with it, and they have so far, and in a big way, as you see here. First team all Big 12 selections, 3 of them from West Virginia, and all 4 of the Big 12 preseason first teamers from West Virginia were the offensive lineman center Zach Frazier from Fairmont, kicker Casey Legg from Charleston, and defensive tackle Dante Stills, also from Fairmont, those being the 3 WV natives. And then, of course, how could you forget the 4th one, all Big 12 first team cornerback Charles Woods, who I'm expecting to have a really big season this year. I think he's on a similar path to do something similar to what Rasul Douglas did. You've seen Rasul Douglas come in as a junior college player. Charles Woods, an FCS transfer, similar, both had a couple years remaining. First year, Rasul Douglas took a bit to catch on, caught on late in that season, looked good. Next season, senior season, ended up leading the nation in interceptions, and Charles Woods has that type of talent as well. Not saying he's going to lead the nation in interception, surely hope he does, but I think he may be the best corner in the Big 12 and one of the better ones in the country. Be on the lookout for that. But 4 preseason selections for West Virginia on the all Big 12 first team. Great news there, and I think looking forward to the future, West Virginia may have more than that on the Big 12 team following the season, if this is the year that I think it could be for the Mountaineers, as well as some season awards. I think the Mountaineers could definitely end up with mainly newcomer of the year. I think Lee Koba is going to have a chance to be the Big 12 newcomer of the year on defense possibly, and then of course Big 12 newcomer of the year on offense, JT Daniels. I think that's going to be something that could definitely happen. And then my bold prediction would be Neal Brown as Big 12 coach of the year, but that's for the future. It remains to be seen, but I think it's going to be a good year, so I'm excited, got a lot of hope, but this really warrants that, and shows why you can have that hope for this season, and this may be the best season West Virginia's had in quite a few years as most preseason selections they've had on the Big 12 All-Conference team since Neal Brown took over. Most experienced team he's had, and mostly all of his guys. So really excited about this year, and really excited about West Virginia placing 4 on the All-Big 12 first team. But what are your thoughts on the All-Big 12 first team and some of the other things that have come out, whether it be the Big 12 media poll with them selecting West Virginia so low, or what are your thoughts on some of the end of the season, how this is going to look, whether it be some of the awards unnamed? Do you think West Virginia has a chance to bring home those or others? Anything you want to respond there, just hit us with it in the comments. That helps us. We continue to try and interact with you guys, and we love interacting with Mountaineer Nation. And like I said, one more time, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Helps us, helps you, helps get more of this Mountaineer football content out to Mountaineer Nation. And hit that like button. That helps this video hit the YouTube algorithm as we continue to try and grow this channel through Mountaineer Nation here on the YouTube side. And then, of course, as always, this will be the 5th year of the podcast. As I said, Season 5 will be kicking off soon, so be on the lookout for that. And future episodes of that we have in store. If you like these little short update videos, you'll probably love on the podcast, where we get more in depth, more in detail on all of these topics. And we'll do that, me, Bradley, and Steven, coming up soon on the CRW podcast, so be on the lookout for that. That being said, as always, I'm Jordan Cruz, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.